Kayla with your Everyday Woman. So we have reached the 12-week mark in our pregnancy, and well, I'm excited to say that the baby is the size of a lime. Thought that was amazing. I think that's so cool. Baby has, so in the last 3 weeks the baby has doubled in size. We are looking at 2 to 2.5 inches from crown to rump. And with that, let's just go ahead and get to like my stats and then my symptoms, and I'll go ahead and go to like comparisons between this pregnancy and Abby's. The baby's digestive system begins working. This week marks a turning point in the pregnancy as the bodily structures, or the development of the bodily structures, near an end, and the systems are fully formed. However, there's a lot more maturing to do. For one thing, the baby, or the fetal digestive system, is beginning to flex its muscles, and it starts practicing contraction movements. The bone marrow is busy making white blood cells, and the pituitary gland at the base of the brain has started producing hormones that will enable her, yeah, it says her, so I think this might be specific to if we have a girl, to make babies on her own. So yeah, the baby is developing good. Baby is strong. Baby's doing really well. As far as me, well, I've had a little bit of excitement this week. Hi, baby. So this week has definitely not only been a huge turning point in the baby's growth and systems and stuff, but as for me and myself, it's been a huge turning point as far as like what I'm feeling, what's going on with me. For one, I've had a lot of round ligament pain. Actually, it got so bad this last weekend that I almost started to get concerned, because like I felt a lot of like abdominal pressure, like lower abdominal pressure in my lower abdomen, so it did kind of scare me a little bit. I mean, there was no blood or anything like that, so because of that part alone, I wasn't like overly worried. I think I just got to a place this weekend where I overexerted myself. We had our town Christmas parade, and I had Abby in my arms, the diaper bag on my back, and I was carrying her pretty much all through town on my own. So when I got home, I felt all of that extra pressure, and I think it just kind of got to me a little bit, and so I just kind of had to come home and lay down and try and kind of get hydrated and ease that up, because by the following day, although I was still feeling a lot of pressure, it did ease up, which I just got to be careful not to overexert myself. So, but yeah, by the next day, it became the normal round ligament pain, because I'm definitely feeling that. It kind of starts lower in my abdomen, and then I'll feel it on like the sides. Like it'll start like down here a little bit. See if I can get that in frame. But then kind of go on my sides depending on, you know, what position I move in and stuff like that. So that didn't bother me. I mean, it scared me a little bit, but I mean, things are good, things are fine. But then come the last day, well, as of the day I'm filming it, it will be yesterday, I felt movements for the first time. I felt like it's called quickening in pregnancy terms, but where I'm feeling the baby move, and it was like the coolest thing, because I woke up yesterday morning, I had her cuddling me, and the first thing I felt was like that kind of swishing kind of motion, and so, you know, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm in the right place at the right time, you know, must just be in like the perfect position right now. And I was so excited because I did feel it a couple times sitting in that position. So I'm like, okay, cool, like that was such a huge relief to me, because everything was like, you know, just after all the pressure I felt this weekend, it was so nice to feel the baby for the first time. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know, I'm probably just in a good position. I'm probably not going to feel the baby much, just kind of preparing myself for when I don't feel the baby. And then about an hour and a half later, I was doing my Bible study for the week, and I felt that same kind of hardening, kind of swishing motion again. I'm like, that's the baby, you know, sitting on my left side. I'm like, okay, I did not expect that one. And so the day went on and I didn't really feel much of the baby. But then about 5 o'clock, a little bit before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I felt the true motion of quickening. Like, feels like butterflies are tickling you from the inside out. At least that's what it feels like for me. For some of you other moms, it might feel different. You know what? Let me know in the comments below what that feels like to you and how you can describe it. I'm curious to know as to how different it is between moms and pregnancies and things like that. But yeah, so I felt that fluttering, and then a little bit later in the day I felt like the baby was full on kickboxing me. Like, I mean, it's still super light and it's still fluttering me, but it felt like I was full on being kickboxed by a little lime size of a child in my belly. And that's been going on since, you know, that went on and off all last night. I've been feeling it on and off all day today, so it's been so nice to like just feel the consistent movements of baby. And I'm just, you know, it's such a relief to me to know that after that moment this weekend where I just kind of got scared, that the baby's physically okay. So it's just, God works in mysterious ways, guys. God works in amazing ways. So to just be able to for him to be able to just give me that reassurance like that really definitely made me feel good. So and so moving on to some comparisons to when I was pregnant with Abby. With Abby, I felt her at about the 13-week mark. So it was closer to 13 to 14 weeks. So of course, you know, with this baby, it was like, okay, it's probably gonna be another week or two, maybe 3, because each pregnancy is different before I feel her. And it was actually, so to my surprise, it was actually a week earlier. Also taking into account that with her, like, because I was pregnant with her and felt that feeling, I was able to recognize and know what to look for this time around. So I'm sure that had a huge role to play in that. And so yeah, really that's about it. I felt the rod and ligament pain pretty early on with her too. I know that for some women it takes longer to kind of get to that point. I don't know if it's because I'm petite or if it's because I'm just the way my pregnancies work out and what works for me. I would like to know from you guys who have been pregnant when you started feeling the round ligament pain yourself. I'm curious to know that kind of thing. So with that, I think that's pretty much it. I'm excited to just, you know, keep going with this. You know, I can't believe we're already here, and within another week or two we'll be in trimester 2, which I'm so excited for. But let's go ahead and do a bump shot for you guys as I move this down. Well, a little quick outside one. I think the round ligament pain had a lot to do with that, because I feel like my belly grew. I can definitely see it from my shirt from outside. Now it's starting to look more pregnant through clothing. I am definitely in maternity jeans now. I'm pretty much just at a point where I'm not wearing regular jeans, so I still can. It's just more comfortable, but I'm going to go ahead and take this down. So we've got side view. As you can see, there's definitely a bump there, and I have noticed that it's gotten significantly bigger since this weekend, hence the round ligament pain. Frontal view. And then we have the other side view. So yeah, I should probably look into getting some stretch mark cream right about now. I mean, I didn't have any stretch marks with Abby, so I don't know if it's something that reoccurs, that happens again after the second pregnancy or not, or if it's just my body type in general, but I will go ahead and start looking into a good one. Another thing, recommend to me your favorite stretch mark cream that has helped some of you guys. Would love to hear your feedback on that. So with that, thank you for watching this video. I would love it if you stuck around, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next video. God bless and bye, guys.